Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And so in this video, kind of wanted to talk to you guys on an update about the Celero 5G Plus, or Boost Celero 5G Plus, if that's what you know it as. But I've been privileged and lucky by Boost Mobile to have this device sent out to me for review, and I've done some review videos on it. But I just kind of wanted to give an update video about this device. For those people who are probably still on the fence about it, maybe don't know about it, want to know a little bit more about it, not a problem. So, Boost Mobile has their own branded devices, and that is Celero. 2 years ago, I was sent the Celero 5G, and it was an okay phone for a budget entry phone. The Plus version is far from that. Now, I'm a stickler for upgrades. If I'm going to upgrade to a device, there has to be like a marginal difference in order for me to be like, okay, it's worth the upgrade. Maybe not so much for Google Pixel phones because I love covering Google Pixel phones, but that's for another video. But with this one, um, I would say it is a marginal upgrade from the Celero 5G released 2 years ago. First of all, Android 12 on here, so it is running a year behind, almost 2 years behind, because we're on the verge of Android 14. And when that comes out, this will officially be 2 generations behind. Um, the fluidity of the software and everything is just amazing. On point for it being a mid-range entry level device. It is smooth. Um, no hiccups at all whatsoever. I gotta say. My entire time using it, I've been doing things like playing games on it. I have like four different emulators, right? An N64 emulator, PSP emulator for Super NES and Game Boy Advance games, and a Sega Genesis one. And I run all these games, play all these games, and even game on this phone and live stream the gameplay to platforms like YouTube and Facebook and etc. And it handles it just fine. No hiccups, no frame drops, no sluggish frame rates. I'm pretty impressed by that. I gotta say, for gaming, it's a go. Now, it is a big beastly phone. This thing, I mean, I'm only 5'4" and I got small hands, and yeah, it's pretty big, 7-inch display, so it's going to be very good for gaming. It's going to be very good for watching media, watching movies and such like that. I mean, that's something that you may be heavily into, and this is going to be able to handle that. Crazy enough as is, I can even plug my Stadia gamepad, which I keep here at my desk, but I can plug this with the Type C to Type C cable into my Celero and use it to game. I don't have one of those docking game mounts that came when the Stadia came out, so I can't like dock it on there and make it like a portable handheld, gaming thing. But nonetheless, it's able to do that. Audio quality on this, given the time that I've been able to use this device and get to know it, it's okay. Okay, it's like maybe like 2 or 3 notches above Squawk Box. So just to kind of be on point about that. One thing I did like is that they switched from the teardrop notch on the top of the Celero 5G. With the 5G Plus, you get the selfie cam, uh, punch hole camera out, like punch out camera hole. Uh, so I mean, to me, that looks a lot better than having a little teardrop notch. I don't know why that they even conceived that, but anyways, yeah, it's much better. And as you can see, you got basically three camera sensors, not four, three. One of them is the flash, but they are a lot bigger camera sensors than what was on the original Celero 5G, way bigger. And the photo quality has stepped its game up to a degree. Okay, so I'll get into that. Well, the caveats to it, I'll get into that here in a second, though. But I do got to say that with ample lighting or natural outside light, it does very good at photos. Oh, way better than what the Celero 5G did. So, um, the marginal difference between the Celero 5G and the 5G Plus is that they improved the camera on several key points. They increased the battery size. The fluidity is much better with Android 12, considering not just because the Celero 5G has Android 11, but the fact that they switched away from a MediaTek chip processor to a Snapdragon. So I don't know. To me, Snapdragons do way better than MediaTek. There's maybe but a few MediaTek chips that actually are solid, but Yeah, Snapdragon is pretty much like the way to go with Android devices specifically. Me, I'm still, I'm still not on that team that wants Snapdragon back on Pixels. That's just me, but that's for a different story. But caveats to this, okay? So, first of all, in the cameras is where majority of the caveats is going to be. One is low lighting is a no-go. So it does have a night mode on here, but the night mode only applies to the main camera sensor. It does not apply to the selfie cam. So if you try to put it in night mode, it's automatically going to go to the main camera sensor on the back. And that's it. So if you want to take a night mode shot, you're going to have to go back to the old days of just like turning your phone around using the main camera sensor, which most people do anyways, because the main camera sensor is far better than the selfie cam on any smartphone. But you'll have to resort to that. Now, it is reflective and shiny, so maybe you can see like a little reflection of yourself, but you're not going to see a clear visual reflection of yourself to be able to take that wonderful, amazing shot in low light. So that's missing on there. Again, and even then, with taking low light shots, they don't come out that good. Maybe I'm spoiled by pixels, but I'm just saying they don't come out that good. So if you're looking for low light shots, even though I think the aperture rating on the camera is like 1.8, but or I could be wrong. Anyways, it just doesn't do good. So don't be expecting that. So daylight shots, ample lighting shots, they're going to be just fine. Low light shots, don't count on it. The other weirdness about it, is software update. The Celero 5G, the original one that released 2 years ago, got like maybe a couple of security patches and that was it. It's never gone beyond that, and I don't expect this device to get 13 or even 14, which is sad because I really would love the company WingTech to just not only focus on building devices for brands like T-Mobile, Metro by T-Mobile, and Boost Mobile, and Boost Infinite. I would also like them to produce software updates. If not, if they don't want to OTA these things to us, at least give us the keys to the castle. At least allow us to be able to do a software update, whether we download it, from Boost Mobile or boostinfinite.com and sideload it to our devices. I mean, allow us to update these things. I mean, there is groups online that are currently doing development with ROMs like Lineage and Pixel Experience, possibly. I don't think that I saw a Pixel Experience ROM for this, but I'm just saying there's third-party ROM developers that are currently working on this, working on the Celero 5G. There's not a whole lot of development for it because it's not a popular phone that everybody is buying. But I would say this in closing of my video, that if you're somebody that's looking for an entry-level device, you don't want to spend so much money like on an iPhone, a Pixel, or a Samsung Galaxy S series, the Celero is really going to be on that level. The final main thing about it too is that for those that are on Boost Infinite and Boost Mobile, you guys have been hearing rumors about a rainbow SIM, dynamic switching between Dish, AT&T, and T-Mobile. This device supports all three networks, so it has N70 800 megahertz, that is Dish native 5G, and it picks up on N77 on AT&T, N41 on T-Mobile. So you do have three network compatibility with this. And that would be like a really big reason, because once dynamic switching launches, this is one of the phones that's going to be able to use that feature. Now, of course, down the road, there's going to be more devices that support Dish and will be able to use that feature too as well. But this is one of the first ones that is able to do it, along with the Moto G Stylus 2022 5G. This phone also supports N70 Dish native 5G. So game changers are on the way once they get that rolling out. Anyways, guys, that's just my quick update on the Celero 5G. Anything you guys want to know specifically, drop a comment about that. Would love to answer your questions in the next update video on how this tech is aging. So thanks for checking it out. I'll talk to you on the next one. Peace.